From NBC News, this is Today.
Well, then we've all known them, a coworker, a friend, or a relative who just drain you whenever you're around them. They're known as energy vampires. Are they more trouble than they're worth? And in a moment, we'll tell you some strategies for how you can cope with them.
I have met people like that, and you just want to give and give and give to them, and
they're sucking the life out of you.
Or you're with someone and they're talk.
What do you mean talk? What do you mean? They just keep going on and on and on. They just keep talking. They won't stop talking. Even though your coworker has something to say, she's got to keep talking. She's got to tell about a Tupperware. Oh,
okay, thanks. Well, speaking of Tupperware, we're going to be talking about a Tupperware parties.
Are there energy vampires in your life? We've all known at least one of those needy people who leave you feeling fatigued, depleted, or perhaps even just a little bit depressed. Well, we caught up with a few survivors who lived to tell the tale.
I got a friend who definitely is a textbook drama queen. Every time he cuts his finger, he's got to come in to work with a neon orange Band-Aid, and every time he tells a story, he's got a story that's 10 times better than yours about what happened to him, and he's a drama queen.
I have a relative that loves to talk. All she does is talk, and then she asks you a question, and before you could answer the question, she's asking you another question.
I met this old English lady on the plane, and she just talked and talked and talked, and I could not get a word in. After the flight, I just left as quickly as possible, so I didn't have to talk to her again.
I have this friend who's a fixer-upper, and she's constantly calling me about problems she's having, and it seems to always be the same problem.
It's your turn to cry.
I have a male friend who's a sob sister, and I absolutely adore him. However, he's always whining about something.
Today, contributor and psychiatrist Gail Saltz is here along with Dr. Judith Orloff, the author of the best-selling book, Positive Energy. How about positive energy this morning, ladies? Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, we watched that tape. We were all laughing because we all have people like that in our lives. How do we know, Judith, when they're actually an energy vampire?
Well, I had such a passion for writing positive energy because these people suck us dry. They're literally people, you're standing around them, and your energy bottoms out, and you feel like taking a nap after you're around them. And it's absolutely true. I tell my patients to really believe that and to really stand up for themselves with energy vampires. It's so important. And the types I talk about in my book, the sob sister and the chronic complainer and so forth, need to be identified so that we can know where we're being drained and do something about it.
Gail, how much of this is about people who just want to be in these codependent relationships?
Well, certainly the point is both people are entering the relationship for some reason. So you can call it energy vampires, you can call it codependency, where two people are enacting something that's actually not healthy, or even toxic relationships is another way of looking at it. But basically, someone is perpetrating something on someone else. The question is, why is that someone else involved also?
We put this on our website, and we got a ton of emails about this. So, Judith, I have a perfect email for you. This comes from Rebecca. My mother-in-law is an energy vampire. She involves herself in every aspect of our life. I no longer have the desire to live in our home as we live around the block from her, and she constantly patrols our house. I can't seem to get my husband to take a stand, and I'm at a loss of what to do anymore. Please help. Ooh.
Oh, that's such a good question. The mother-in-law who's an energy vampire. That's very typical, by the way. But what she needs to do is, first of all, take a breath and tell herself that she can handle this. And this is what I call the blamer or criticizer type of energy vampire I mentioned in my book. And what she needs to do is learn how to set boundaries with this mother-in-law, not feel so intimidated. And the delivery is everything. If you say it kind, firm, consistent, and persistent over and over again, she'll make inroads with the mother-in-law.
Okay, Gail, I have a good one for you. This is from Carissa. I have a friend who we all secretly call the cruise director. She controls, manipulates, and undermines every social gathering she can. My friends and I adore her husband, but we can't seem to manage being around the cruise director. Do we stop hanging out with the couple? Oh, that's so tough.
You know what? It is very difficult. And I would say Why is a cruise director a cruise director? Because probably they're insecure and feel afraid they're going to be left out of something. If you think about it that way, then the friend can step in and say, we don't want to leave you out of anything. But actually, when you insist on controlling everything, that's more likely to make us back off. So to get what you want, can you back off a little? You can say that in a very nice way. Can you relax a little bit and let us have some input too? And I actually think having the conversation, as Judith says, having the defining conversation makes all the difference.
And the bottom line is, honesty is the best policy.
Communicate,
communicate. Speak up. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be drained. Honor your energy level above all else and start today.
Excellent. You two are terrific. Thank you so much, Gail and Judith, so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we'll be back in a moment. But first, this is Today on NBC.